Yo, what's up guys, Punkus here, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video. Guys, today as you can see, we're going to be doing the first episode of my new series, which is basically anchor spots. Now you guys have been asking for these anchor spots for so long now. I feel like every time someone comments like, hey, do an anchor spot video, it gets like a ton of upvotes and people reply to it saying like, yes, please do this. So today I finally decided to do it. The reason I waited so long is because honestly, I don't really know much about anchoring. You guys know I'm more of like a close-up SMG player, so anchoring is not really my forte. It's not that hard to learn though. What I did do was I took some of you guys' advice. You told me to go watch a pro player named Octane. He has a small tips and tricks YouTube channel just like mine. He started it pretty recently, but he made a series about anchoring, and I watched some of his videos and they really did help me out. Now, I do feel kind of bad about making this video right now because I feel like I'm just kind of straight copying him. Now, I know it's kind of hard to copy someone in this area because there's not really different ways to do it. There's just really one way to make a anchoring video. So it's kind of hard to copy someone when there's really no way to do it differently. But that's just kind of my 2 cents. Just so you guys know that I was thinking about that. I'm not just trying to blatantly copy him. But you guys wanted to see this video, so I'm going to bring it to you. Even if that means that I might be copying someone a little bit. That's just how it goes, man. It's Call of Duty. You can't really be copying someone. You guys might disagree, but that's just kind of what I think. So let's get into the video. Let's stop rambling, man. So you can see we are on the map Evac for this first episode. And so the main thing to realize in the first 2 hills of Evac is that this whole helipad area is very important. Now, for the first hardpoint, the reason you want to have these spawns is that when the first hardpoint is over and the second hardpoint begins in this room, you want your teammates to be spawning right around here so that they can get into the second hardpoint as quickly as possible, and so you need to control this back area. Now to do so, there are 2 things you need to worry about. One is these kind of front 2 lanes right here coming from middle and coming from that big tree over there, and 2, this back wall run that you kind of I'm sure you guys know about back here. So one way to combat this is to sit in this corner right here. Now I see people doing this and I'm not quite sure how this works, because even though this is a great way to watch the wall run, it's not a great way at all to watch this front area. So maybe they kind of switch back and forth, but either way, if you think that someone might be flanking you, you can sit in this corner, shoot them, and then you can turn around and make sure no one is coming in through the back way. Now you might mess up a couple of times, but I'm sure after a while you'll get the rhythm down. So one thing that Octane mentioned in his video about Evac, which I thought was really interesting, is that when he kills let's say 1 or 2 guys in the anchor, and he knows that there's not going to be any more, what he'll do is he'll push forward into the hill and help out his teammates with this long line of sight right here, because obviously if there's a submachine gun player, it's an enemy pushing in through that door, they're not going to be able to win that gunfight if you're pre-aiming with any type of AR. So that's a really good way to help your teammates in the hill, and then after maybe like 10 or 15 seconds you can run back out the back and make sure no one is coming in through this back area. So what's good about doing that is that about 30 seconds into this hill is when you kind of want to start thinking about rotating. Now one great thing about this hill is that actually if you lose your spawns, let's say 15 seconds left of the hill, let's say you lose the spawns, you're actually in a really good position, because for the next hard point, we're going to run over there right now, we'll use this overdrive. This next hard point over here, you do not want to be spawning at the old one. If you're spawning at the old one, the enemy are just going to be sitting here mowing you down as you try and run in. So you actually want to be spawning back here, and the only way to do so is to rotate early. Now there's a couple of ways to anchor for this third hill. Now one way that I've noticed people like to cut off the rotation as an anchor, or is they come up here on top AC and they make sure that no enemies are rotating through this right side of the map through glass or through this middle doorway. This is very helpful, because if you're up there, then the rest of your teammates only have to watch 2 areas. This wall run, top AC, and I guess top AC and this whole green area of kind of one big area. They kind of combine into one. But as an anchor, you want to make sure that no enemies can get into this back area right here, because if they do so, then you have lost the spawn. So it's really not that difficult, in my opinion, to do so, especially if you get a couple of kills off rotation right here, then you can kind of slide back and sit on this head glitch right here, and it's really not that hard to be a nuisance back here. If you just keep running around and changing up your position, it's going to be really hard for any enemy player to really pinpoint where you are. And if you're getting pressured a lot, what you can do is come back here and get on this head glitch right here. It's an amazing head glitch, trust me. I've been killed many a time from someone sitting on this head glitch. So if you're getting pressured a lot and you need help, maybe you need some cover, come back here, and that is a great way to keep the spawns without giving up much control. So that's how you go about anchoring the third hard point. Now, for this fourth one, there's not really necessarily an anchor spot. Obviously, this fourth hard point is inside this little glass building right here. Now, it's kind of debated which side is better, you know, the glass or the AC side or the tree side in terms of where you want to spawn. But the main thing you want to know as an AR is that sitting up here is the best position for you to be in. If you're sitting up here and you're slaying out enemies coming from both directions, the only thing your teammates have to do in the hill is shoot anyone coming from mid, which is obviously something that a submachine gun player is going to want to do. They're going to be sitting up here, they're going to be posted up, and then you're going to be killing enemies that are coming from these other two sides up here. And in doing so, you basically lock down the hard point, and you only have to have pretty easy gunfights. I mean, think about it. You sit up here on this nice little head glitch, and you shoot enemies coming from over here. That's all you got to do, and your teammates got to win those easy gunfights in hill. And like, if you're, you know, think about your teammates, there's 3 of them in the hill, maybe 2. And if you have 2 like some machine gun players and 2 AR players, you can have 1 AR player watching this side and 1 watching this side. I just said like 3 sentences in one breath. I got to work on that. But regardless, that is how you go about anchoring on this map. I hope I, you know, kind of explain that, you know, in a good way that you guys could explain. I don't normally like to do these types of tip videos live like I'm doing right now, but Octane did it in his series, and I thought that was actually a really good way to do it because he could kind of go through the steps one by one and make sure he's not leaving anything out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you out. If you want to see more of these anchoring videos, let me know by leaving a like on this video, letting me know that you enjoyed it, let me know that you want to see more. We have a few more maps to do if we do continue this series. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video.